Más que el aprieto, hubo una serie de cambios que he efectuado alrededor. Am, los cambios son eso, diferentes, ni mejores ni peores. Pero bueno, decidí cambiar de monitor y me puse un televisor que tiene una resolución diferente. Además de, bueno, volver a jugar al Rocket League con unos amigos. Este, hay ciertas cosas que estoy haciendo sobre la marcha para ver si existe la factibilidad de si existe la factibilidad de empezar a hacer streaming con mayor regularidad. Desde luego, bueno, la resolución del monitor es diferente, está saliendo por scaling, o sea, por super sampling o no sé qué carajing. Entonces, bueno, quería hacer un testing de esto. A ver qué tal se comporta. Y bueno, a ver qué otras cosas también hay que acomodar para un stream que no es necesariamente de arte, ¿no? Bueno, vamos a poner temporalmente esto acá. También eso, estoy buscándole el lugar apropiado, aunque el mejor sería acá o por acá. Creo que toma la mayoría de los datos que podemos llegar a necesitar. Ya eso también, bueno, quería hacer este stream para ver cómo sale y para ver sobre la marcha porque bueno, vamos a bajarle un poquito a la música. Estamos escuchando la banda sonora de Jurassic Park de NES, que es el tipo de música que me gusta escuchar cuando estoy jugando a Rocket League. Uno no puede colgarse escuchando música muy fuerte, pero la música del juego hace que uno se quiera pegar un corchazo. Entonces, bueno. Y bueno, nada, yo no soy el mayor jugador de Rocket League del mundo, pero me pareció que esto es una buena muestra para la puta madre. Que esto es una buena muestra para ver, bueno, hablar un poco del juego porque me di cuenta que tengo muchísimo para decir acerca de esta basura. Vamos a testear a verla. Vamos a ver, mi preocupación más grande acá, my biggest concern, es el hecho de que yo no le puedo hacer zoom a esto. Ah, ya sé qué voy a hacer. Ya sé qué voy a hacer. Porque también, si la gente llega a chatear, va a haber cosas que van a aparecer también, ¿no? Así que vamos a poner esto acá. Eso debería ser suficiente y toma el grueso de la acción. Vamos a ver. Bueno, como decía, no soy el mayor jugador de Rocket League, el mejor, vamos a decir, pero tampoco creo en los juegos multiplayer. No estoy para nada de acuerdo con el mercado de microtransacciones y loot boxes, que son un montón de las cosas sobre las que se apoya este juego. Sin embargo, en lo que respecta estrictamente a lo que es jugabilidad, a lo que son controles, a las sensaciones que genera, las legítimas sensaciones que genera, creo que Rocket League es probablemente el mejor juego del siglo XXI en lo que respecta a agarrar mecánicas con las que hasta los que no son fanáticos ni del fútbol ni de los autos están familiarizados, de transmitir una sensación de adrenalina increíble, eh, de descubrir otras formas de comunicarse con la juventud, de aprender también. Yo creo que es uno de los pocos juegos en los cuales uno puede aprender de los más chicos, vamos a decir, de los más jóvenes. Y que al mismo tiempo la experiencia de los más veteranos, los que más tiempo jugaron o los que por ahí ven el juego un poco distinto, que es lo que lo hace fascinante. Eh, Gol, carajo. Esa es la forma en la que a mí me gusta jugar. Más que hacer goles, me gusta tirar el centro preciso. Y bueno, vengo practicando con los bots porque tratar de hacer esto con un compañero con el que uno no esté conectado por Discord es muy difícil. Bueno, larga versión corta, yo en algún momento había considerado seriamente convertirme en jugador profesional. Estaba jugando 8 horas por día, practicando y toda la pelota, y aún así, después me topaba con guacho que recién habían empezado a jugar. Había uno que había invitado a jugar a las 2 semanas, ya tenía un ranking al que yo no había llegado nunca, jugando 2 años seguidos, un montón de horas por día, con compañero de equipo. Entonces ahí uno se da cuenta si no, bueno, listo, esta cuestión no es para gente de la edad de uno y qué sé yo. A lo sumo uno puede por ahí, digamos, crear contenido mientras disfruta del juego ya cuando está a esta altura, ¿no es cierto? Y bueno, eso es lo que a mí me parece fascinante. Yo creo que este juego se puede encarar. No hace falta ser un fanático. Yo no soy, por una cuestión de ser argentino, estoy culturalmente vinculado al fútbol, pero no soy particularmente fanático del fútbol. Eh, a menos que sea algo tipo supercampeones. Así como jamás me llamaron la atención, pese a que el Burnout, la saga de juegos Burnout es de mi saga de juegos favoritos, no soy fanático de los juegos de carrera tampoco, ni de los autos en general, y sin embargo la combinación es explosiva. La combinación de fútbol y auto es una de las cosas más brillantes del mundo. Y además manejándolo en este nivel de fantasía, en el que los autos pueden pegar doble salto, suspenderse en el aire, volar. Este, toca, puto. No me acuerdo qué estaba diciendo. Bueno, o sea, está apoyado sobre un engine de física brillante que corre prácticamente en cualquier computadora. O sea, y tiene, bueno, nada, el potencial de esporte increíble. No hace falta seguir fútbol, no hace falta nunca jamás haber visto un solo partido de fútbol para entender la adrenalina que genera una pelota que está a punto de entrar en el arco o es sacada de adentro del arco. Eso lo hace fascinante. Y tiene una cosa que hablábamos con mi compañero de equipo el otro día, un shout out al amigo Iván, este, ¿cómo es? Eh, Acerca de, bueno, nada, cómo el juego batalla. ¿Qué tenemos acá, digamos? Uno necesita velocidad y precisión, velocidad, habilidad, ¿no es cierto? Pero ¿qué es lo que hace al juego, digamos, tan adictivo? Uno trata de llegar a la máxima velocidad posible. Cuando uno juega a la máxima velocidad posible, le erra a todas las pelotas. Entonces uno persigue la obsesión esa de tratar de pegarle al principio cuando uno arranca, de pegarle a la pelota lo más fuerte posible. No importa si la pelota entra o no entra. Eh, uf, esa va al arco, no. Eh, y después está el tema de la velocidad, de que uno quiere ir a toda velocidad. eh, y eso genera como un tirón, porque, o sea, uno está en la búsqueda. Uno está en la búsqueda de. ¿Qué pasa, hermano? ¡Oh! Hello, F, how's it going? I was ranting about this fucking piece of game that it's like crack cocaine that I recently started replaying again and was doing some testing. I replied to your message. I was ranting about the game and doing a testing to see if I can do some gaming streams once in a while besides the art ones. How's it going, man? Hey, I love your streams and gameplay. I love to support your channel. Feel free to add me on Discord. No, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. How is it going, man? How's the family doing? How are you doing? Been a long while. Let me know if everything is all right with the stream. Um, of course, it's in 30 FPS because I don't have the greatest of connections, but I want to see if things at the very least look all right. Yeah. I recommend everyone to always practice with the bots at different speeds. Well, speaking about ability and speed, which is a rant I was going through in Spanish. Trying to struggle with that, with going almost fast, but not as fast as you can, and always be mindful of the air, the fact that there's never a lost second. Gotta regroup. Always gotta regroup. Pegale bot, stupid bot. It's all good. Life is fine. Streams a bit choppy, but I am mobile. I changed to audio only, and it's better. You've been hard at work on that comic. Well, pretty much, yeah. There have been a couple of incidents, three to be precise. Two were related with loss of data, with the computer suddenly turning off for no reason. Uh, that made me lose data twice. And then when I first finished the first 15 pages of fully inked work, turned out that the files were saved on a choppy format, and I had to redo everything again. And that is so disheartening. Even though, when you really think about it, drawing or any craft really, writing, drawing, implies doing everything over and over and over again. So it shouldn't be a motive of disheartening, but it was brutal, man. And that sort of put me on a depressed state. And other than that, but well, we're almost done. Almost 7 pages to finish toning and inking. I already had the storyboards and had to clean it up for tonight's meeting. I wanted to do a quick test because my payment provider blocked my credit card. Apparently, due to some paper they want to see, I sent them like 2 months ago. I don't know about a transaction they wanted to know, which was like 2 years ago, on a platform I don't use anymore. But they wanted to check on details, my identity and whatnot, and I did all that. And well, I wasn't blocked up to today in the morning. So I wanted to test the feasibility of and the quality of the streams in order to say, okay, I will have to stream not only art, but perhaps something else that is part of my everyday life, or almost everyday life, which currently is Rocket League. There. We're just 1-0. That stupid dot never gets the ball. The center was perfect. Finally. My brother lost an album recently due to drive failure. A full recorded music album, one of his works. What are we talking about in 2026 when we speak about albums? They were not vinyl, right? Yeah, this is too easy. Always take the opportunity to practice with bots in order to create plays and be statistically better at hitting the damn stupid wall, or at the very least being on the right place with the right amount of nitro. That would be the thing to take into account here. Oh, I should have gone through that one. Oh, you must never allow to lose that ball. You either hit it or go behind to the defense. Never burn all of your nitro on a single play. Try to. Ooh, 3-0. Disappointing. My brother lost an album recently. He's a digital producer. He was making an album art. Oh my god. That's fucking depressing. It looks like seems like a conspiracy to make people renew their software, their hardware when they don't actually need to. In the end, my problem with my PC that no one was able to figure out was that I don't know how it is called in the motherboard to activate secure boot had to be activated. Uh, and there were lots of registry problems, issues that apparently failed the registry and also make the PC to crash. So I was eyeing a laptop which could have more or less the same horsepower that my rig has, which is actually almost what? It's almost 15 years old. Um, but then I was able to fix it so far. I hadn't had any other crashes or blue screens. So I wanted to test now that I have a supposedly bigger resolution or more resources are being used with the music in free tool and the stream in Twitch and OBS and the game itself. I wanted to test which games I could run. Actually, I want to. I want to show. I played last year Burnout 3, Burnout Revenge, and Burnout Dominator. I currently replaying them, and I was sort of wanted to make a to make videos about that and retro games. I got an emulator there, a multi emulator called Ares, I believe it is. It has a little moon as an icon. Uh, oh, this one is from Yoko Shimomura. Interesting. Codename Viper. Interesting. Yeah, Burnout, man, Burnout. Oh, Dad, hello, Dad. Good morning. Hope you're not freezing to death. That Well, the thing is that Ares works pretty well. I tested it a bit last night with Castlevania Bloodlines Restart, which is one of my favorite games. And there's a couple of games from the Sega library that I haven't played yet, such as I never finished. I never played Gunstar Heroes. I never played the first Rocket Knights Adventures. I did finish Sparkster though, and so I said, why not? The only thing I care about are retro games, in a way or another. I don't care about the modern video game industries, except for this shit of Rocket League, which I'm forced to play. Um, but other than that, I said, okay, why not making? Because, like many of our conversations have shown, I think there's a lot to discuss about retro gaming, especially nowadays when there's jack shit about innovation, actual gameplay, novelties, and everything you are possibly or one could possibly ask as a gamer. So I wanted to test that and see what it comes of it. I was ranting in Spanish because gotta get used to speak like a moron when the stream is on. Okay, emulation. I love emulation. I know you do, man. In fact, I finished. I was thinking about you the other day because I finished the The Mega Man Legacy Collection. I finished the six first games and was trying to make my way through the collection, the part two. I'm not so sure. I guess I will have to eventually. If these series can run PSP games and I can play Maverick Hunter X, then I could consider myself a happy man. I finished that one and started replaying it as Baba. Vile, sorry. Um, so there's a lot of Mega Man to cover without currently speaking about whatever new Mega Man is released right now because I honestly don't care. Uh, Hello, try not to. About 10 Fahrenheit today. My God, man, that is a harsh thing. Do you have anything in check? I guess not enough hot chocolate. My man there here is freezing. Remember we had like a 40 Fahrenheit difference when we spoke about like a year and a half ago. Oh, by the way, I have something to show you. It's incomplete, but it was the sketch I was about to send you. Well, apparently this is going supposedly well. We will see in future streams, and I will make further adjustments. Let's see if I can show my stats where I'm coming from when I'm speaking about Rocket League. There are several. Well, those are my stats. If I am to be judged, I am to be judged under those criteria. Uh, it's ironic that I have an average of 3 goals per match, considering I don't score much. And it's funny that I have less than one save per match, considering I block around 4 to 5 saves per match. Oh well, that has to be updated. Okay, that's it for this game. So I can show you the sketches I've been working on Jump Paint. Where are you, Jump Paint? I guess I should have to show the open. Oh, where was it? God damn it. Let's see, I had to share the screen here. This is a bit confusing. Ventana, window, it should be window capture, right? Um, window capture, window capture. There, can you see them? Can you see them? I was working on your first character, was trying to nail the physical first, and had a couple of ideas for her hair. I was working on this one yesterday. Let me check because I know I have the things here. Chess, yes. I was reading through the notes and you told me that, all right, I gotta start work. I'll talk to you later and I'll check my message. Thanks, Dave. We'll stay in touch, man. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by. Well, I was trying to nail. You will be able to tell me. You told me that she is sort of. Give me a moment because the sound is driving me crazy. Um, I enjoy this music, but it's drilling through my skull at the moment. Um, Come on, give it a rest. Um, okay. Well, and I was running through the notes, and well, you were saying that she had like she was potion dependent. I didn't get what you meant by troll's blood, but I wanted to focus on the fragile aspect of her being very sickly. Also, I wanted her to sort of be casting or preparing a spell here, so I will need a bit more precision with that. What specifically out of her spell book should be available? And if this complexion suits her in your eyes, let's see, we could merge everything. Oh, I think it was too much there. Oh, I always forget to create a new layer. I wanted her to give her a bit of bags under her eyes to sort of give it a subtle accent on her frail constitution. But I don't want her to look like a corpse either. Perhaps some iteration of some of any of Elena Bonham Carter's roles on whatever Tim Burton film she was cast into, but not quite. Okay, sure, I gotta remember to read the comment section. I always forget. Uh, got a dentist appointment this morning, so just waiting a bit before heading out. My God, so lovely for that cold. Uh, uh, okay, I don't know if you were able to listen to hear. Sorry, his replies are sparse. Also playing Battlefield for a video. Which Battlefield are you playing? Just give me a go ahead if you think the body type is all right, so I can work on her clothing. I don't think this will be the final image, but I wanted to sort of to set on the tone at the very least, and to have her as I imagine, even though my knowledge about the spells and the like, it sort of currently eludes me. That's too gaunt. I'll make it a bit fuller. New one, but the free content because I don't want to give EA money. Good for you. Good for you. I had to install the EA app to play because those Mac bastards always get away with it. I wanted to play Burnout Remastered, Burnout Paradise Remastered, so I had to download that stupid EA app. But well, I already finished the game and uninstalled the spyware, so I won't have any other. One could hope. And I don't know if you've been lately to Google Games, but there's plenty of new DRM free released games worth everyone's attention, released a couple of decades ago, that I think you should be in the know about. Although I guess that if you're playing Battlefield, it's because you're multiplayering. You are playing with buddies, right? These eyes are not okay. Let's try to outline the important lines first, and then I'll focus on the face because you need to have the face for last. Specifically, the gauntlet mode, not quite as fun as the multiplayer you have to pay for, but close enough. Oh. So about that spell in her hand, what do you? Well, feel free to send me notes. I will. I'm sorry for not having answered your email yet, but I was trying to come up with a basic idea before giving it to them. That head will have to be bigger. Oh, God, my proportions are everywhere, all over the place. I'm not liking that face. It has lost some of the charm of the original iteration. I say the other character for last because I too have been thinking about a muscle bound female brawler for a well for an RPG, and it was pretty similar to the concept that you put. Somewhat similar, and nothing out of that. Other than the freezing hell that the current this current black swan of a climate, how you been holding out? How has your year gone? How did your January gone? Any New Year resolution? No, this was awful. Oh my God. Let's give her a bit of a goth look. She specializes in necromancy, but she doesn't use it to raise it. Yes, I understood that idea on the description, but which particular spells or how would they graphically look, or which kind of spell you would say it represents her? Because well, I wanted her to sort of harness a bit of magic something. Oh, also well, I was working on the concept, but the idea is for the picture to be full screen. I can't put. Oh, I hate this about this software. Where is? Allow me to create a new folder. God damn it! Move to a new folder. There. Okay, now I can. It ought to be full body. Gotta rework the expression. What the fuck? You can better see the mistakes from afar. Ah, well, I read about I take your still. I guess I will leave the link here, although I'm sure you must be following the guy already. Let me check. I will send you the channel. The guy is called Drawing Like a Sir, and I liked a lot the way he. Can I write? I should. Yeah, I got it. I'm the owner. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. I can't believe I had to log into Twitch. God damn it. Well, look for Drawing Like a Sir um, on YouTube. The guy has probably the best, the most inspiring tutorials. It's very you will engage again with your creativity core. Uh, I had I had most of that pretty lost, and I was able to sort of get quickly into it after I started following him. I like his approach. In fact, uh, every artist looking to switch into a content creator should follow a couple of his guidelines. I believe his work is pretty solid. Let's give it a bit more. Oh, I will read comments. I forget I have to read. uh, her holding no resolution. I think it's anytime it's a good time to make a little exchange. Yeah, I remember we spoke about that. Maybe like crackling green and black energy will work. Good. I was aiming for the Kirby crackling. And perhaps to give a sort of a necromantic hint, should I sort of I'll make her hand sort of skeletal where the crackling lights are. That could be good. It's a hint, hint, wink, wink. Shit, what? What's wrong with your face? My God. Yes, this is still isn't right, but at the very least we have another. I'll figure it out what to do about the skin tattoos for the spells, but I wanted her to have a potion here. I'll be sure to leave plenty of skin to show the tattoos. We'll figure that out without it looking too weird. Let's go here. Let's go here. There, like cover as if it was covered by a cape. Okay. I unfortunately must depart for the dentist. Have a good day. Have a good day, man. We'll stay in touch. I promise I will answer that email by the time you get back. Take good care of yourself. Don't freeze. Okay, let's see. It's not as bad, but I'm not convinced about yet. The head of the face art. I will have to make a couple of handy retouches. Perhaps looking for a bit more of a couple of extra references. I like that idea about the highlights, uh, displaying the bones. So I have to fix this. Oh well, the art stream wasn't strictly part of the plan. But well, at the very least, I'm hinting what's the next work I'll have to work on besides besides Aladdin's commissions, which it's a substantially longer piece of work. What has to be done there, considering uh, different ranks of an army have to be designed. I want something actually cool, and of course, if she needs to have potions in hand, it will have something very similar to Geralt of Rivia attire. Plenty of little boxes, trying not to look like a Rob Liefeld character. What kind of boots, what kind of footwear does a female necromancer use? That's a good question for fashionistas, right? Okay, I'll leave it at that. I think this arm needs to be a bit longer, but I wanted her to have it slightly put behind, like sort of suggestion of touch. It would have to be something along these lines, and perhaps more of her back should be seen from the side. Although I want her to be more on the thin side, of course. It's all going well with bulky characters, but I think we have more than enough of those kind of characters in real life, right? Let's keep fantasy where it belongs. Let's not mix the waters. I'm not even sure what are we listening to. Let's see. Ah, Zelda 2. Well, I haven't played Zelda 2. So that's another argument in favor of the emulator. There's so many games that I haven't played, and I'm pretty sure you haven't either. Plenty of incredible games that will blow your mind that you don't even exist. Well, I'm after those games. I want to play all of those games. I think that I believe that to be a far rewarding experience than whatever it is the current modern gaming trend is. If you ask me, we do not need remakes of any kind. We only need for the gaming industry to get their shit together. We need the gaming industry to work more thoroughly through their backlog. They should be the ones in charge of remastering and preserving the things they released, rather than rather than relying on. Oh my God! The whole screen took the. Oh shit! What an embarrassment. In any case, I have to reduce this window, so let's edit it on the spot to leave it as best as possible as we rant and drink water. Multitasking bitch, edit transform. Let's see, we don't need all of those sites. You do not need to know which brush sizes I use. The important thing, there's not that much of a variety either. Although I would recommend for you to always pick which brushes do you use the most and discard everything else. Become a master at the brushes you already managing. And the more familiar and acquainted you become with the default brushes, the better too. More than likely, the only brush you will ever use or you will mostly use will be a variation of a standard, let's say, Photoshop brush. Okay, let's cut the sides of this on both the left and the right. Doing it like that with the music also has sort of a. I had this already configured for the. What's it called? Um, Shit, I can't remember. For Paint Tool side, but this is Medieval Jump Paint, which has options for to make more manga kind of works. It has plenty of useful features that you don't see in, for example, Paint Tool side, which is the software I will be using forever because it has everything I need, save for a couple of stuff there. And I think this can this can be made bigger, right? But first, this has to go down on the priority list. Okay, let's see. How did the zoom? You don't need the bottom region either. That should do it. But now we can make it bigger. Pim, 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 pim. What are we listening to? Still Silva 2. Oh my god, this seems to take forever. Pim, 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 pim. Those rules in the upper part are the strong suit of Mei Jump Paint. That you can draw straight lines, curved lines, perspective lines, speed lines, far easier than with any other software. Of course, I know things like Clip Studio Paint have different options for a how do you call it? There you go. That should do it. I can't remember how I could make zoom to this. I guess I could keep stretching it. This looks pretty good, you know. This makes no sense. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this will do for jump paint. Yeah, a bit repetitive the song, huh? Okay, this should do it. Still gotta practice, but we have. Oh shit! This is one of the things I don't like about this program. You can merge properly. You need to make a whole adjustment of stuff. I need the grace. That neck doesn't look well either. In fact, didn't even have my warm up today yet. Okay, this song is driving me crazy. I like The Legend of Zelda. Although I haven't played one and two, I finished A Link to the Past a couple dozen times, and it's one of those games that you can just pick up and play. Remains timelessly charming. But this is too repetitive. I thought I was listening to the music of Tetris. Okay. Something's not right here. Always have this mistake when I zoom out too much on the faces, or sometimes I spend too much time on the faces rather than the overall figure. No, I can't take any more of that music. So goodbye. I'm sorry, Zelda, The Adventures of Link, but I can't take it anymore. Let's look for a. Yeah, Castlevania 2, why not? Always also good. I guess that if she was experimenting with troll's blood, she must have a very long hair, I suppose. Very long nails, perhaps. Okay, we've got an idea. The open question will remain about how would the footwear of a female necromancer would look like, right? I guess I'll have to hand down for references. We still need to finish that conversation about AI art and all of that. Don't deprive yourself of saving a lot of time when you're creating works. That doesn't mean you need to trace, but you could make, with AI, you could make your own references. I don't see that as anything wrong. Of course, if you ask for for example, a character that have references for, I don't know, iron armor or steel armors, at the very least, you will get the references, you will have your own ideas, and you will create your own sketches, and you will make your own textures to give the material the impression. And well, you know the drill. It's like you aren't you aren't you are not dependent on the AI, but it's certainly a very useful tool rather than browsing indefinitely in search for the perfect reference, which doesn't exist. The perfect reference is when the client knows exactly what he wants and he provides those. Perfect references are those that are provided by the client because he has a pretty stark vision, a pretty clear vision at the very least about what he wants, and that is the most important thing. In case you didn't know, but oftentimes, of course, the clients will come to you for you to suggest ideas, right? So you have to be able to provide. At the very least, I always like the fact that every character commission I pursued, it was like I wanted to know the 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 minimum requirement of basic information based on reality or like on physical actual feats. For example, I like magic, but cemented. I like high fantasy, but I like the high fantasy that is cemented with dark fantasy rules. I do not very much enjoy dark fantasy, perhaps well, with the exception of The Witcher and Berserk. uh, I can't say I enjoy them, but I think they are pretty great works. And Berserk is oftentimes very grim, but at the same time, the way Kentaro Miura managed the armors, the banners of the different armies, the horses, the whole equipment in general, and even creatures like Nosferatu Sol, to create something that massive and that feels incredibly solid. Uh, that is the dark fantasy I'm going about. Of course, I enjoy. To me, the perfect fantasy is Tolkien's, but I won't say that I enjoy. Of course, there are incredibly pieces of artwork, the work made by Aaron Lee uh, uh, on the illustrations and whatnot. Um, but I rather prefer a high fantasy world building with a on a dark fantasy setting, or with a dark fantasy rules. That is that to me is the kind of work I would like to create. With metajuego is what I'm going after, to sort of use try to use the every word and every concept, try to explore it and run with it as much as possible. When we are speaking about metagame, what specifically are we talking about? If we're talking about role-playing games, are we talking about the meta within the game? Are we talking about the meta within the players? Are we talking about having a conversation using a story, a future webcomic, using it to have a conversation between role-playing gamers or their characters. Metajuego is a very wide. Everything is infinite when you know where to look. And that is what I want to explore with my particular story. But in order to explore my particular story, I get to fucking keeping up with it, right? Because it's been stuck for a long time. And if I have to live out of this, I can't afford that kind of behavior. Okay, we reached 1 hour. We checked that the thing here worked. So uh, let me adjust the page again before going so I can make the proper zoom. No, this should do it. This should do it. If I make the zoom in here, you are able to see it. Yeah, okay. That leg is a bit short, but again, this is more or less an idea. Won't be the final image. We've already got a lot of information, though. We know the crackling green and black of the necromantic power. We know also that the necromantic power will show us her bones here, where the light touches, and a couple of other stuff. Of course, this haircut will change, but I think more or less there's an image I'm somewhat satisfied with. I will be working through this. This will be the base, and this is usually what I do. Try to capture an idea and to then translate it and iterate it to try to give it as clean a look as I can without, while at the same time feeling traditional. You can tell these are not digital lines. This is a traditional kind of rhythm. And also, like I showed you previously before adjusting the page, I use zero correction. I do not auto adjust my trace. I use my natural trace. Otherwise, you lose some of your energy in the process. But okay, anyway, let's say this. I will check every stream to see how things went. Well, I guess I will see you soon. Soon, I don't know how. Could be a couple of days from today or perhaps next week. It all depends if I can also see where my credit card blockage is resolved. Anyway, have a good time.